Hey folks, my guest today is Andrzej Nowak. He's building a tool called flexi.eu. If you want to follow along, it's salary on demand. He's got a lot of experience in finance and banking, including a master's degree before he jumped into and now founded Flexi. So we're jumping to it today. Andrzej, you ready to take us to the top?
Hello, thanks. Thanks, Nathan. Nice to meet you. Hi, guys.
You bet. So what does salary on demand mean?
Salary on demand mean it's a service provided by the third party, which is a flexi, to enterprises, to employer. Together with flexi, we provide a service to his employees, and by our app, employees can pay out their salaries when they want, when they need it. Yes.
So are you a fintech platform? Are you lending money to employees so they get their money earlier?
Yeah, correct. It's a connection of fintech with a lending platform because Flex is providing financing to employees. And at the end of the month, in easy way, we deduct whole payouts from the salaries of the employees.
Yep, this makes sense. Very popular space. How many employers are on your platform today? How many use it?
We are quite young. We just closed the seed round. Today we have more than 20 employers and to those employers we provide an app to about more than 10,000 employees today. Yes, but the pipeline is very, very growing. Right now we have discussions with bigger employers, and in the end of this year probably will provide up to more than 100,000 of users.
Okay, so 20 employers today, and those employers employ over 10,000 employees.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and you closed a seed today or recently. How much was the seed for?
We closed seed round in an amount of 2.8 million euro. Yeah, so it's more or less $3 million.
Mm-hmm. Now you come from this world, so you understand, equity and a cap table and managing dilution. Why do you need money to launch a business like this?
We need money because we provide those salaries. So we provide the liquidity. So we are searching all the time the money to provide the liquidity to employees. Yeah? So
you're lending out your equity.
Yeah, by our equity, but more or less we are using the debt. Yeah. So normally we finance our business by debt and the equity. Yeah. Equity we are using to finance our scaling. Yeah. Sales and so on. And that we are using as our liquidity to provide the salaries to our employees. So it's always
how much debt? How much debt did you raise?
In this seed round, that was in the amount of 2 million euro.
Okay.
And the equity was 800,000 euro.
Okay, got it. So 2.5 of that. Okay, got it. That makes more sense. So let's call it 2.2 million US is debt, and then 800K is the actual equity going on your balance sheet. So I guess of that,
because before seed round we had a pre-seed round and it was only equity, and it was another $1 million then.
When was that?
So it was 1.5 years ago when we start to build a whole business.
So that was in 2021.
At the end of 2020.
Oh, what's going on there, YouTube? Good to see you guys. Now imagine this. You love watching these interviews with SaaS founders, but imagine if we took all of the valuation data out from over 2,807 interviews I've done manually. Saves you a lot of time. Well, we've done this. We've built it into the beautiful interface inside of FounderPath. Check this out. I'll show you how you can access this in a second, but you log in, you connect your Stripe account, you see your valuation real time, you can see what it changed over the past 88 days, and even set goals for valuation this year. Now, the secret to valuation is there's many different ways to value a SaaS business. So the reason you're going to see 3 or 4 different valuations inside of your FounderPath dashboard, this is all free by the way, is because depending on who's doing the buying of your SaaS company, you're going to get a different valuation. A VC is going to pay a different valuation. Private equity firm is different. If you're going to do a minority sale, that's different. And if you sell the whole business, that's a different valuation. You can see all those when I hover over here. Right, so the teal is what a VC would pay, yellow is what private equity, and red is if you sold the whole thing outright. Now, what's cool about this is not built off random data. Again, you guys hear these interviews on YouTube. All these data are built from real-time valuation data points founders share with us on the show. So traction, 1.2 million, seed round, 3.7 raise, they sold 22% of their business. Go in here and filter by the event. Maybe you only want to see companies that have sold the whole business. Well, here are a bunch that have been acquired, the valuation and the multiple. Maybe you're going out right now and you're raising your seed round. Well, go in here and look at all this recent seed deals that went down, what they raised, what valuation they raised at, and what percent that they sold. There's never been a larger data set of SaaS valuations than what you can get now inside of FounderPath, and we're thrilled to bring it to you. All right, we're going to go back to the YouTube video here in a second, but if you want to check this tool out, if you want to jump in and sign up, you can check it out for free to get your valuation at this link, founderpath.com/products/valuations. Or if you go to founderpath.com and hover over products, click on get your valuation here and go ahead and sign up to give it a whirl. Again, all that valuation data live right inside the platform. I hope to see you there. All right, let's jump back into the interview. Okay, 5/1/2020. Interesting. So, and then what money were you lending back then? Was it your personal money, or where'd you get the debt from?
The money comes from two business angels, local private investors who believed in my idea. Yeah, they invest their money. Of course, I also invest my money. And based on this money, we built whole technology team. We possess.
No, Andrzej, I'm talking about the debt. So before the current debt you just raised, what debt were you lending out to create liquidity in your marketplace?
On our market, it was before we get the seed round, we provide debt in an amount of $500,000. Then, yeah. And we found a problem. One problem is that we speed up very fast, and then we need to close seed round in a fast way, to provide debt and liquidity to our clients. Yes, because we showed this product. We are the first one who are providing it in our country. We are based in Poland, and we are right now investing lots of marketing salary on demand to inform employer that there is a flexi who can help their employees. Yes, and right now they are know about the service, and there is a huge demand. So that's why we need to close in fast in a way.
Yeah, Andrzej, my audience, I think, totally understands this, right? An employee doesn't have to wait on their paycheck in Poland antle they can get it ahead of time. My question to you is, though, you can't do this unless you raise a lot of debt yourself so you can front that money. So of the 2.5 million debt you just raised, what's your cost of capital on that? Usually it's around 10 to 12%.
And it's the same. It's the same cost.
Okay. And did you have to give up warrants?
Sorry?
Did you have to give warrants to the debt provider?
Oh, no.
Okay.
I'm so happy that I found the debt without any warrants. But normally markets, they are, they want to have a warrants, but I knew the investors. I found the investor who was able to provide it without a warrants.
Yeah. So let's use a case study here just so everyone can understand. Let's say I am working for a company in Poland. I'm based in Warsaw. My salary is, let's make the math easy, is $10,000 a month. Well, let's do $1,000 a month. So I don't want to wait for that $1,000 to the end of the month. So at the beginning of the month, I can take that $1,000 from you?
No, normally, if your employer decide in such a way, you can. But normally, the procedure is different. On the first day, you will see the amount that you earned for the first day. Yeah, so it will be, if you earn in a month $1,000, after one day, you will be able to pay it out. I don't know, $50. Yes. So
I can
every day your limit increase by an amount, and you will see your $1,000 in the end of the month.
So Andrzej, how much does the employee pay?
So employee, then we start from the provision 2.9% for each payout. If the employee pays the fee, there is also a subscription-based model where employer can pay a monthly subscription for each employee. And the subscription fee is more or less $8 per month. And based on this subscription, employee do not pay anything.
Okay, so if the employer has 1,000 employees, that employer could pay you $8,000 per month so that the employees don't have to pay a 2.9% fee.
Yeah, correct.
If the employer says, you know what, we don't want to front that expense, they can use your tool, but then the employee pays, if I get $1,000 a month from Flexi, $29 of that is going to come, I'm going to pay you, $29 is going to go to you.
Yeah, correct. That's how it works.
I see. So your ability to put the capital out, get it back, make 2.9%, and then put the money back out allows you to effectively compound your IRR on your debt fund over a year. What do you believe you can drive your IRR up to?
The minimum IRR will be if we earn 2.9%. So the minimum margin, the yearly rate will be about 40%. And this is our yearly rate, minimum yearly rate that we want to earn.
Yeah. So your ability to earn that is directly correlated to your ability to get the money back out fast enough.
Yeah.
Because if you have 2.5 million of debt that's not out and you're paying 10%, then it eats your margin very quickly. So what gives you the confidence you can deploy and keep $2.5 million deployed every month?
It's there is a few points. First point is flexibility financing from our investors. So we need liquidity. Then with it, if we do not need it, we do not pay it. Yeah. So once.
So you don't have the 2.5 million in the bank. You'll draw it down as you need it.
Yeah, as we need it. Yeah, that's the agreement that we have, like in bank, like a credit line. Yeah. And of course, most important is to always have a strong pipeline, big clients. Always invest in marketing to employees to to somehow saying to them, here's Flexi, use it, end of the month, you have money, pay it out, and so on and so on. Yeah. So we also spent a lot of marketing directly to employees to use our.
So of the current 20 employers that are on your platform today, how many seats are they paying for? How many employees are they paying a subscription fee for?
Today, more than 70% of employer pass the fee to employees, and the 30% are paying a subscription.
So you mentioned there's about 10,000 employees on the platform. 30% would be about 3,000, right?
Yeah.
So three can take 3,000 times $8 a month. You're doing about 24 grand a month in subscription fees from employers.
I cannot say no and cannot say yes. You know what?
Well, is the math correct? I'm just multiplying numbers you already gave me. Is the math right?
From the subscription, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. I mean, you're doing more than that because you have people paying 2.9%. I'm just talking just on subscriptions. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. So I mean, how do you go from 10,000 employees to 1 million employees? I mean, that's really how this thing really takes off. And also, when you go out and raise a seed round, you can choose to tell a story that is a business model that is percent of GMV, fintech, versus SaaS. And you can sort of choose what's hot in the market to get a higher valuation, right? So how do you tell that story?
I say, as you said, it's a mix of the subscription-based model and the SaaS platform. There is a boom on financing e-commerce, so it's something like between. Yes, so this is something that our investor likes, and it was important in our evaluation on the seed round. How we gonna acquire 1 million clients? We would like to provide salary on demand in Europe, because the trend for salary on demand on Europe is starting to grow since 2 years it started. Yeah. So we are the first player on Poland. Poland is a huge market, having 20 million employees. Yeah. And we would like to get out from Poland to 2 European markets. And on those 3 markets, we would like to be the biggest player in coming 2-3 years. So to having 1 million employees, it's even reachable on one market on Poland. Yeah. 1 million from 20 employees.
And Andrzej, when you look at your total business today and you look at all your revenue from last month, is it about a 50-50 split between 2.9% versus the flat subscription fee revenue?
This is our aim, that it will be split at half by half.
What is it? What is it though today?
Today is more from the provision. So from the subscription, from the revenue from the provision are higher than the subscription. It's because more users are paying provision.
Is it like an 80% is provision versus 20% subscription?
70 to 30, 75.
Okay, interesting. 70%, 2.9% fee, and then the rest is the subscription. So if subscription again is 24 grand a month, we can then multiply that times 3 total. I mean, you broke $1 million run rate recently then.
Yeah.
Or you're flirting with it right now? You're very close.
We're close.
Yeah. Very cool. All right. Talk to me a little bit about the team. How many folks are full-time?
Full-time employees today are 12 people.
Okay. And how many engineers?
There are 3 engineers, and we also have our friendship software house who are supporting us if it's needed.
Who do you use for your software house?
We are outsourcing if it's needed. When you have higher demand, like for example, right now we are connecting to payroll systems, a local payroll system, because the local payroll system, now we have higher demand for the
Andrzej,
IT
who
guy.
Is it? Which software house do you use?
Guy's name's N7 Mobile.
And7 Mobile.
And like my surname, N7.
I see.
Yeah,
I see. And are they based in Poland?
Yeah, they are based in Poland.
And you're happy with them? People are always looking for good software development firms to use.
Yeah, they are very good. Yeah, I'm happy with them.
Okay, very cool. Let's wrap up here with the famous 5. Number 1, last book that you read.
Last book. Oh, good question. I work a lot, so I didn't read a book since weeks. Last book was the biography of Elon Musk.
Yep. Number 2, is there a CEO you're following or studying?
Sorry?
Is there a CEO you're following or studying?
Is there a CEO that I'm following?
Or studying, correct.
Yeah, once again, Elon Musk.
Number 3, what's your favorite online tool for building Flexi?
The favorite tool to build Flexi? Good question. Favorite tool to build
Is something
Flexi?
you use, Andrzej, a tool you use a lot?
Yeah, tool that I'm using a lot. A local payment provider who is a part of DotPay. It's like a PayPal, a local PayPal.
Okay, number 4, how many hours of sleep do you get every night?
Sorry, didn't understand.
How many hours of sleep?
4 hours.
4. That's not enough sleep.
But enough. Come on, it's a startup. Yeah, 4 to 5
that's not.
hours.
All right, and what's your situation? Married, single, kids?
Single.
Okay, no kids?
No kids.
All right, and how old are you?
36.
Last question. Something you wish you knew when you were 20.
Something I knew when I was 20. I don't know if there is something like that. I like my career, yeah.
All right, guys, there you have it. Flexi.eu is helping companies based in Poland give their employees their money, their salary earlier. Either the employees pay an $8 per month fee for every employee. That makes up 30% of the revenue today, about $24,000 a month in revenue. Or the employees pay 2.9% of whatever they pull. Andrzej believes he can generate around a 40% IRR on his debt fund using this model. It's a beautiful mix of obviously fintech plus SaaS with a hyper focus in the, again, Polish market. Right now, 20 employers on the platform servicing 10,000 employees. They just raised another $2.5 million in debt to lend out and $800,000 in equity in their seed round. We'll see what happens next. Andrzej, thanks for taking us to the top.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
One more thing before you go. We have a brand new show every Thursday at 1 p.m. Central. It's called Shark Tank for SaaS. We call it Deal or Bust. One founder comes on, 3 hungry buyers, they try and do a deal live, and the founder shares back-end dashboards, their expenses, their revenue, ARPU, CAC, LTV, you name it, they share it. And the buyers try and make a deal live. It is fun to watch every Thursday, 1 p.m. Central. Additionally, remember, these recorded founder interviews go live. We release them here on YouTube every day at 2 p.m. Central. To make sure you don't miss any of that, make sure you click the subscribe button below here on YouTube, the big red button, and then click the little bell notification to make sure you get notifications when we do go live. I wouldn't want you to miss breaking news in the SaaS world, whether it's an acquisition, a big fundraise, a big sale, a big profitability statement, or something else. I don't want you to miss it. Additionally, if you want to take this conversation deeper and further, we have by far the largest private Slack community for B2B SaaS founders. You want to get in there. We've probably talked about your tool if you're running a company or your firm if you're investing. You can go in there and quickly search and see what people are saying. Sign up for that at nathanlatka.com /Slack. In the meantime, I'm hanging out with you here on YouTube. I'll be in the comments for the next 30 minutes. Feel free to let me know what you thought about this episode. And if you enjoyed it, click the thumbs up. We get a lot of haters that are mad at how aggressive I am on these shows, but I do it so that we can all learn. We have to counter those people. We got to push them away. Click the thumbs up below to counter them and know that I appreciate your guys' support. All right, I'll be in the comments. See ya.